that chart I had that moved all the Assyrians, moved their people out. I think it's over here. There it is. It's your captivity. Because we know a common practice, starting with the Assyrian captivity, is they would move one group of people out of their land and then bring another people into their land. So the people that are there today aren't the original people that were in that land. So you can't let that fool you. Now, that was a practice of the Assyrians, and it was carried over to the Greeks and the Romans. They would always move people out of their land and put somebody else in their land and tell you that, well, that's those people that were there. Same thing happened here. Now let's move it forward to the 1800s. Okay, let's move it forward. So let's recap now before we go forward. The descendants of Shem, which end up being the chosen, that's the key. The chosen descendants of Shem are the Israelites. The chosen people under Shem are the Israelites. The Israelites are Negroid people. Negroid, which is dark skin with Negroid features. Everybody wants to think that these Negroid Israelites are Hamites and come from Ham, so you can take away their identity. When you take away their identity, you substitute their identity with somebody else and say, well, these people are from Ham, and the Israelites are actually these white people over here. These Jewish people. They're the Israelites, but they're not. So again, Jewish, Jews. There's a difference between Jews and Jewish. Ish is the suffix, means not the original. The original were Negroid, dark skin with woolly hair. Your copycats are Edomites with straight hair and no melanin. Now, the tactic that they use, which is called diaspora, is what they use. They take a group of people out of the land, move them somewhere else, and then put themselves in their place. The Greeks did that with Alexander the Great. They weren't the Greeks Alexander the Greek was not a Greek. He was a Macedonian. From Chittim. He was a Macedonian. The Greeks were actually the descendants of Japheth. And let's make that point right now. The Greeks were descendants of Japheth. But the Macedonians, after Philip and Alexander, moved the Greeks out of their land and pushed them out to the islands and took over their identity and called themselves Greeks. All right. Now, so let's go forward and see that. Remember that pattern of behavior. That pattern of behavior of taking the original people out of their land and putting yourself in their place is a practice of Edomites. Edomites will always move you out of their land. Now let's come over here to today. Where's my map of the United States? There's a map of the United States. There we go. There it is. Same thing happened over here in the United States. Oh, did I have it upside down? No. Same thing happened over here. You had the Native Americans that were in the east coast of the United States, North America, were moved out of their lands over into the the Midwestern plains, and then you put in other Mongoloid Indians in their place. So let's go forward. So what you did, you took Negroid Indians that were in Mississippi, Alabama, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, South Carolina, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia. You took them out of their land, and then you put Mongoloid Indians in their land, and then told you those were those people that you moved out of their lands. And then you told everybody that the people that were originally there were from Africa. Same M.O. Same M.O. You do the same thing that the Assyrians did. You do the same thing that Alexander the Great did. And do the same thing today. So that tells us that we cannot trust who you say you are and who you say we are. We have to do our own research and follow the Bible, compare the notes, and see what matches up. What matches up is that the Negroid people that are not from Ham are the Israelites. They are the 12 tribes of Israel. Some of their children look like the other nations, but these are the primary people that were here on the Americas and Jerusalem, all over Israel. They got scattered, and all over the world, we were the only people that fell up under these curses of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. These curses only apply to us. If you just take your chart out of the 18 nations, if you take your chart out of the 18 nations and just go down the list and ask yourself which one of these tribes fit these curses, which one of these nations are cursed like the Israelites, it's only going to come out to the people that are Negroid, what you call, but that are not Hamites, that you call Black Americans or Negroes or colored people. That is the only conclusion you can come to. And with that, we're going to end. All praise to Yahweh, Shem Yahweh Shah.